The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal. The action tonight out at the Palace of Auburn Hills as the Detroit Pistons play against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, they must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months. They've played with confidence and composure and have won more than their share of games. One reason the Suns were able to do what they did in 2014, Goran Dragic.
Goran Dragic, heck of a player. I played with this guy when I was in Phoenix. The Suns traded him away for Jeremy Lin, but they were smart enough to bring him back, and they're glad they did.
You know, he's one of those guys, Shaq, who has his name mispronounced a lot.
I agree. I always thought it was Dragic.
Dragic, like drog-itch.
But it says D-R-A-G-I-C. That's drag itch.
Yeah, or Dragic, as you called him.
No, I called him brother.
Oh, you know what his nickname is and where he was from?
No.
Gogi.
Gogi? What the heck is that?
I don't know. It's easier to say than Dragic. Let's get to Kevin Harlan.
And now, introducing your defense.
It's the Timberwolves, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair, as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us.
Oh, come on.
The Pistons hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road.
Agreed.
Well, they know they have the work cut out for them here tonight and during a stretch of games facing a lot of talented teams.
Well, Kevin, it's the last time they'll see these guys this year. Remember, they only play each other twice during the regular season. And after that loss in the first game, I would expect them to be very motivated here early on.
Yeah, you know, going winless
come on,
against any
Dragic.
team, you don't want that on your resume. No sirree. So I think that in itself will be motivation enough to try to change things up.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Ryan Anderson out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Thompson.
Easy.
Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Dragic in at the one. And he gets it to go.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
The Detroit Pistons, a proud franchise, of course, from 03 to 08, 6 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Clark in 2004, the NBA title.
But the rebuild process has had its hiccups.
What a block. Get in.
Some questionable free agent signings. There's talent there, but this team hasn't quite figured out how to come together.
And so it's Minnesota with it after the miss from Andre Drummond. Thompson with it. Caron Butler covering.
Come on.
Middleton can't get it to go.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
No way.
Then you look at the Pistons, some great size and athleticism inside, but you know, they've lacked the high percentage outside shooting to space the floor offensively.
Nice Dragic.
Now here's Dragic. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Thompson against Drummond. Outside Jennings. Drummond with a screen on Lopez. Meeks outside.
Yes.
Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And you know, for the Pistons last season, you look at the size and shot blocking ability. You thought that team would be tougher defensively, but that wasn't really the case. I think it has to be attributed to mindset. Those young, big, athletic guys have to become much tougher mentally at the defensive end to be really successful.
Jennings.
No way.
This is and the dry spell continues.
Still looking for their first basket. 5 misses to start the game.
It's Dragic with a drive.
Brook Lopez there.
Back to Anderson. On the wing, Thompson. Clock at 4. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here.
Terrible.
Another miss by Dragic.
Just enough presence to bother that three-pointer
No way.
up there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I mean, I'd say that is an easy look.
Well, it took a while, but somebody finally got a shot to go.
You know, I was starting to get a little concerned for them. I mean, it hadn't been pretty to this point.
Here's Dragic after Caron Butler's bucket.
Cannot.
Thompson misses.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Jennings kicks to Meeks. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. That one's good.
Now they'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can get, guys.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Anderson a screen on Jennings. Dragic dishes to Lopez. Outside Dragic. Shot off the screen. Rebounded by the Pistons. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Their offense really sputtered in that game. They went through stretches where points became very hard to come by.
And see, you know, their play wasn't terrible. It wasn't too bad, but this game still is about making shots, and the shot making wasn't there.
Here's Dragic following the basket by Brandon Jennings. And he converts the layup. Dragic has got his second basket of the game.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Screen by Monroe. And Meeks kicks to Monroe.
Why is Monroe open?
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. It's Dragic with the drive. Anderson a screen on Jennings. Dragic the pass to Anderson.
Ryan Anderson, one of the sweetest shooting big men in the league. Deep range with that quick release. I'll tell you what, at his height, he doesn't need much daylight to get it off.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Jennings against Dragic. Pass to Monroe. It's back to Jennings. Just 5 on the clock.
Got me with the cross.
He feeds it to Drummond. The 15-footer.
Damn it.
And there's Jennings. That's good on the assist by Drummond. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Lopez sets a screen for Dragic. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Dragic has got 6.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Jennings dishes to Butler. Takes it from 10. Minnesota with the rebound. Anderson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now the feed to Dragic. Out to Thompson. 3-pointer.
Get
Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, they've really come out on fire with the killer instinct here, absolutely torching it from beyond the arc.
And with this opportunity, we can show you this season's top shot blocking teams. In 4th, the Timberwolves.
Talking about block shots, you want block shots? Talk to these guys. They've done a terrific job this year in that category. Outstanding.
Detroit with the ball. 7-point differential. Here's Meeks. Here's Drummond. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact.
Oh,
They'll take that.
Going back to what you were saying, you can really tell they're focused in this game.
Yeah, you sometimes can see it, and you can even feel it when you're around the team, Kevin, when everybody is zeroed in and homed in on what they need to do, and oftentimes it results in very sharp, effective play.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
And Meeks kicks to Jennings. The dish to Drummond. Lopez over to help. Here's Meeks. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Meeks got his first basket of the night. Minnesota leading by 7. Lopez a screen on Jennings. Dragic the pass to Anderson. And Lopez has it in the corner. Just 4 to shoot. Feeds it to Middleton. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Meeks with the rebound.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Passes it to Butler. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, and the fact that they're playing well, close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, I mean, they've got it all going tonight.
Here's what Detroit's going with.
Hammer time! Wow. Hammer time! And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
The shot's good from Smith. Timberwolves leading by 5. They set the pick. Cannon kicks to Levine.
Oh, that's terrible.
Pass to Middleton. Dishes to Jang. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's one on Monroe.
Gorgie Jang getting an opportunity late last year with Nikola Pekovic's ankle issues, and the rookie responded as many people thought he would. He was just opportunity away from showing that he could compete at the NBA level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Urepko's checked in for Monroe. Contavious Caldwell Pope comes in for Buck. And McCollum subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him.
Oh, terrible.
All alone. That's good from Augustine. The assist by McCollum. And Jang last season became only the 4th rookie in the last 20 years to put up a 20-point, 20-rebound game.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, Kevin. He's a terrific rebounder, good shot blocker. I remember from his days at Louisville. And for the 21st pick in the draft, you got to think that the Wolves are excited about his potential. He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Here's the screen. Augustine dishes to McCollum. Kicks to Smith. Tries from 10. Augustine passes to McCollum.
No way.
That 3 off the mark. Minnesota leading by 6. Levine kicks to Middleton. And the pass to Dang. Thompson outside. Pass to Levine. 3-pointer. The basket by Cannon.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Pistons have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's Augustine, averaging 9 points per contest. Puts up a 3.
Oh, wow.
Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Hairston's checked in. They set the pick. Cannon dishes to Middleton. Passes it to Hairston. Here's Cannon. The shot, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
What pass? What?
Good on the triple. Hairston's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're setting the tone early here, Kevin.
Pistons trail by 7. Now here is Augustine. Caldwell Pope passes to Smith. Rebound by Dang. Jang's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Levine. Inside. Here's Cannon. Right now averaging 7 points a game. All sorts of time. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
The feed now
Oh,
to
look at that. Oh, go Levine. Dunk on him.
Throws up, throws down off the coast-to-coast try.
Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
Out to the wing. Now here's McCollum. He's tightly guarded.
Yes. Go,
Pocket
go, go.
6. Knocked loose.
No.
Hairston kicks to Zhang. There's a good screen. Middleton the pass to Levine. Here's Hairston.
No.
And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively.
Here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Cannon out there with Dragic. Then it's Gorgie Day. Then there's Ryan Anderson. And it's Hairston
Nice,
into the free
Dragic.
slot.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those
Ooh.
balls.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Augustine with it. It's Drummond, top of the key. He kicks it to Augustine. Smith on the wing. Fades back. There's the bucket. Good. Smith's got his second basket.
Tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Anderson a screen on Augustine. Here's Cannon. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Pistons trail by 15. Augustine dishes to Drummond. He feeds it to Augustine. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Shot clock at 6. Anderson with the block.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
The dish to Cannon. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Cannon.
Dragic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And here's Augustine. Here's Drummond. Shot denied.
What a block.
It's Dragic with the drive. Anderson outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Easy.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
And Meeks kicks to Augustine. They need this. Another shot, and it's Drummond missing.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
And it's Dragic off the drive.
Dragic, what's going on? Oh.
Right wing. Deep 2 from Anderson. Smith with the defensive effort.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Oh, look out, man! Really shaking. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year, and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
Up top, Dragic. He's got 8. No good from Hairston.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Meeks. And the foul goes on Isaiah Cannon. For the Pistons, Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Smith. Butler comes in for Contavious Caldwell Pope. And it's Jennings in for Augustine. Minnesota also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Anderson. Klay Thompson comes in for Hairston. And Daniels subbed in for Cannon. Meeks passes to Butler. Here's Monroe. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Timberwolves leading by 16.
Greg Monroe, 6'11", 250. The ability to play the 4 or the 5 spot. And his combination of size and skill makes him well coveted around the league.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Into Drummond. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And now let's have a look at the NBA's top snipers, shooting guards with the highest percentage from three-point territory over the last month. Take a look at Thompson. Third in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
These are the gunners, guys. They've got the green light at all times because we know what they can do beyond the arc.
Freedom given is freedom earned, Steve. By putting up those kinds of numbers, they've earned their freedom. And at that position, you've got a job to do, and they do it well.
The Pistons shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And so Monroe nails both of them. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. There's the screen, and it's Dragic off the drive. The wide open look here for Lopez.
Oh, wow. What is that?
Lopez sets a screen for Thompson. He dishes it to Dragic. 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound.
Oh, what is that anyway?
Pistons trailed by 16. Jennings kicks to Meeks. It's back to Jennings. Meeks dishes to Jennings. Fires for 3. Again, they missed by the Pistons. Minnesota leading by 16. Thompson right side. Lopez a screen on Drummond. It's Thompson off the drive. Here's Dang. Rebound, Detroit. They'll be on Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Well, you know the fans out in Charlotte are desperately hoping for a win there.
Here's Monroe, and he lays it straight in. Monroe's got 8 points.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
Dragic the pass to Lopez. Daniels kicks to Dragic. They set the screen. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. He's got 12.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Meeks dishes to Jennings. Monroe with a screen on Dragic. Monroe sets a screen for Jennings. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Now Dragic, 12 points for him. Off the pick, count the bucket. Dragic has got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
It's a Detroit Pistons timeout.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
Yeah, they didn't play well that night. They weren't very aggressive. They shot the ball too often from the perimeter, never got it inside, and they were also very shaky from the foul line.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Middleton's checked in. Butler passes to Drummond. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Oh, what?
Drummond's got his second basket. Timberwolves leading by 14. There's really no excuse. I don't know how many times we've seen it, especially when, Clark, it's time for the playoffs. The winners usually make their free throws.
It's elementary, Watson. Make your free throws when you get them. Everyone needs to take their time, get into their routine, and fundamentally execute the free throw shot.
It's Kevin, not Watson.
Okay, well, Kevin Watson.
Hey, I like it.
Okay.
Nice.
Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that pick.
Outside Jennings. Feeds it to Monroe. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Gentlemen, as you know, Andrew Wiggins was taken as the first overall pick of a talented 2014 class, but should have no problem with the pressure. He's been hyped as the next big thing for quite some time. He said, I think playing at Kansas really prepares you for this. You're basically treated like a rock star wherever you go. I think that really translates to the NBA. Gentlemen?
Unlimited potential, Doris. Thank you very much. Now, here's Dragic. He's got 14. Lopez, a screen on Jennings. It's Dragic with the drive. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Dragic has got 8 points in the quarter. Pistons trailed by 17. Here is Jennings. 35 points for him last game against Denver.
Well, he was aggressive at both ends of the floor. He had 3 steals in that game, remember?
Yes, yeah.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Back to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 6 assists now in the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Here's Monroe. The rebound by Middleton. Minnesota leading by 20. Lopez a screen. Here's Middleton. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis. 4 on the shot clock. Lopez a screen. Out to Thompson. Wide open. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting the shot.
Get in.
Daniels kicks to Thompson.
Talk about some great numbers for Thompson. He's got 11 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
For Minnesota, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And they've shot the ball well all season long from the free throw line, about 81%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Urebko comes in for Drummond. And McCollum subbed in for Jody Meeks. Detroit, no good that time either.
We haven't seen them get to the free throw line like they did in the first quarter.
Well, you can't get to the line if you're going to settle for jump shots. I mean, somebody's got to be aggressive and take it to the rack.
Lopez a screen.
And a moment to check out Klay Thompson here. Some tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's 7th in scoring, 15th in field goal percentage. And he's been locked in from behind the arc, guys. He's in the top 20 in the NBA in 3-point field goal percentage.
And you don't become a top 10 scorer, Steve, without a variety of offensive moves and a whole bunch of tricks in your bag. So he makes for wonderful highlights the way he can score it.
Here's McCollum. Lopez with the block. The shot by Butler, nobody around. That doesn't go either for Butler.
And you can feel the momentum swinging. They needed that shot badly.
Steve, I sense some frustration here. It seems like they're getting a little frustrated. It's understandable because they've given up this big run.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Levine blocked. They get it back. The screen from Thompson. And Middleton kicks to Daniels. Off target from 3-point range. They're not having much success at all right now.
Now they need to shuffle their lineup a little bit. Try to find a combination that works.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Cleveland. They've been in peak form as we watch them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And checking out Detroit, they have a lot of ground to make up.
I think for the Pistons, the thing with them is they haven't really established an identity for themselves as a team. They never have seemed to come up with a plan and stick to it for very long. They've been all over the place in terms of their identity.
And I put that on the coaching staff more than anyone else, Clark. A coherent strategy has to be in place, or it's impossible to climb up the standings.
The Pistons shooting a pretty cool 37% from the floor in the second. Not what they're looking for. 26 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Monroe. That one a little long.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Anderson a screen on Smith. Hairston the pass to Kanan. The 3-pointer off the mark. Now here is Smith. Fader on the way, and that's not going to go. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been.
Sim the game. Rather than simulate. Destroy. Ain't no way we're going to these. Let's simulate to end. Surely we want this. Yeah. Can't even read that. Target 27, 22. Look at that.